I love creating. I feel like one of my jobs in life is to create sort of mythology about the places that I care about. You know, as a storyteller, that's just what I'm passionate about doing. And I feel like Reservation Dogs was something where I needed to create and also expose people to the mythology I grew up in rural Oklahoma. I wanted to talk about the magical characters and things that and the love and the heartbreak and everything that was, growing up in Holdenville, Oklahoma. But you know, I hadn't done it for Tulsa. And I've been there a lot of years and I've been collecting stories and I've been collecting ideas and being inspired all over the place. And I just, I think that there is a before and after of the race massacre being something that is spoken about commonly. And before, our city had no identity because you can't move forward without addressing big truths in your past, I don't think. I don't think you can heal. And I think that because the conversation has come out in the public more about the race massacre and the tragedies that happen, I think that our city has been able to move forward in a way. There's still bumps and there's still everything, but we're able to heal more and we're able to kind of get more of an identity. And that's sort of the period in which I found myself in Tulsa and living through. And I saw the changes that the truth can make. I've seen how it can change a community. Um, and I wanted to talk about some of these things in a story that took place in Tulsa, because to me, it does have an identity, whether it's music or whether it's art and history and all of these things that, I wanted to sort of talk about and touch upon them in a story. And there's nothing better, no better way to do that than a noir, set in your city. So that's really kind of what, where it came from.
I found that answer incredibly moving, actually, and um, and really true. And it makes me really proud to be a part of the show. Uh, watching our country develop and go through all its painful growth spurts, and uh, and Lee's a really funny tool to tell painful truths. I mean, I always think whenever you lose your sense of humor, you've lost the plot because life is funny. I mean, this is one of the great, I think part of the reasons why a lot of us love Willie Nelson is he's got a great sense of humor about the tragedies of life.
Mhm.
It's not that he doesn't see them, it's that he doesn't also lose sight of, hey, the sun's coming up and there's so many beautiful people and there's kids being born and playing in the park and there's people falling in love and there's hard things and dark things and holding them all. And what I love about getting to do a show, which is like an 8 hour, we're trying to make an 8 hour movie for you guys to watch, right? So it has a big canvas and we get to tell a big story. And there is something about the camera when you start photographing a place that you're making a legend out of it. You're
Mm.
telling the myth of Tulsa, the legend of it. It makes it important. It represents it, as people like to say. And I'm proud to be a part of that.
I mean, that's how I do these things. You come on my set and my family's working on the show, and people that I've kept in my crew for a long time. It's like a big family. And there was something about bringing these actors back home to be in something they could be really proud of. That was exciting to me. I also think that the spirit of a project is alive. I truly do. You don't just, some people just make something and you can feel that they just made something. Or you can watch something like The-Lowdown and you feel that chemistry, you feel the spirit behind it. And I think bringing all of those people back home to help tell a story, it says so much. It's that they believe in me, that they believe in their home, and it comes alive. Even if you don't see it or don't hear it, you feel it. It comes alive in the project.
Films have a subconscious.
Yeah.
They do. Even in a still photograph, when a still photograph is right, it's a bell ringing,
Right.
because it has a subconscious.
Ethan,
No plan B, Sterling. No plan B.
let me say this really, really good way. Watch. Ethan is plan A, B, and C.
Hmm.
And I would have probably not done it if I couldn't have done it with Ethan. So